Hey guys, welcome back to Sabers Forever. I'm John, and today we're going to be going over the Darksaber. This thing is really nice, and I have to say I'm a little impressed. I didn't think I was going to like it as much as I do, but it's really cool. So without further ado, why don't we just jump right in and I'll show you exactly what's going on. This is the Darksaber, obviously, by Saber Bay, less obvious. This Saber run has been going on for quite a time. The pre-orders were kind of long, and when they first came out, these Darksabers were anodized. I had gotten in on that pre-order run. This is not one of them. And I had gone through quite the adventure of getting it to look really nice. But now if you order from Saber Bay, you'll get it completely powder coated and it looks fantastic. I cannot speak more highly of this finish, and more excitedly that you can handle it without worrying about the finish, getting smudged. So kudos. Great upgrade. I am very impressed. The saber looks and feels really nice. The grooves are incredibly deep, and the higher section has kind of like a nice texture to it. I'll just leave it at that. And all the black is very glossy finish. So really nice. Just absolutely astounding. Let's go over some components. So this obviously has a custom blade holder and blade plug and blade. You would use a 1.5 millimeter Allen key to loosen it. Actually, it's this side. For the blade plug, just for the ease of this video, I just tightened one side. If you're using a blade, I would recommend all 4 screws, so both sides. For the blade plug, probably less. Doesn't need to be as tight. Obviously, there's not much torque or anything happening. This has a custom PCB, which matches the custom blade connector inside. The blade plug has neopixel strips on the inside here to illuminate the blade plug, as the PCB blade connector does not have neopixels on it, as we've commonly come to expect, thanks to stock custom works. I'm going to put this back in so we can see it illuminate. Dun, dun, dun. And then I'd also actually like to note, while we're looking at the emitter, if you get this as a commission from me, I'm going to be leaving. There's like 4 sets of greeblies that could be put here. 2 pairs of each. 4 pairs. There's a number of reasons as to why installing them is a pain in the butt. The 2 main reasons are that the stem that goes into this little drilled hole here is too thick, even without the powder coating on here, which adds a little bit of thickness, and they're too long. The cutout here is it only allows for like a really shallow stem to be placed in there, and the only way to actually secure those pieces would be to shave down the stem via any way you have available to you. They're very hard to hold, the parts, and then glue them on the surface here, which could or could not do a good job holding on top of the powder coating. So if you get this installed from me, I'm leaving it up to the end user to take care of that. Even if on my personal Darksaber, I left it blank because honestly I don't care that much. But I wanted to just point that out. This is just something that it's the only aspect of the saber that was not well thought out. That being said, let's open this bad boy up. So we went over the blade connector. Now to gain access, I've included a 1.27 millimeter Allen wrench with the kit. Not this one, but an Allen key. You'll remove this screw right here, and in order to actually gain access, they made the switch section here removable, but you can't. There's no way to grab it. The easiest way is to eject it by removing the actual grip. It is magnetized. I've only used the magnets for the top and the bottom here. There are slots on this face here and in there, but it is not necessary, to be perfectly honest. and this works just fine and allows ejection to be fairly easy of the part. So I added this back on for clicky, but something I would like to point out is that this is the Goth 3D Designs Master Chassis. Something that's also interesting is that now it is the Goth 3D Design Eco Chassis. If you order this commission from me also on my website, you'll notice there's only one version. I'm going to be adding it if it's not already added. But I will install it as if it's a master chassis regardless, with the 5 neopixels on top of the soundboard and the accent pixel right there. Just because this is the only thing you'd have to order eventually. You know, you don't have to get it with the kit, but you could just order this in any finish or any material that you like. Most commonly ordered in brass. This is brass and then rhodium plated. So I believe it looks like rhodium plating to me. It's very shiny, very nice, will not tarnish. And it's got a really nice super high polish. The customer also sent me a dark quartz crystal. I will say that this does kind of hinder the light a little bit, but it does illuminate, and it is pretty fitting. So let's turn this sucker on. Actually, so this is a switch PCB under here with 2 switches. I didn't finish going over the components. There's 2 neopixels and white LEDs. There is the high amp kill switch right here. There's a 18650 battery. The positive is towards the soundboard, and the negative leaf spring is towards the speaker, which is a 28mm speaker. And then on the back, surprise, there is an OLED screen.
It was forged over 1,000 years ago by the Mandalorian Tar Vizsla. He was both Mandalorian and Jedi.
You get your boot up with a nice boot up screen for the OLED, and then when you turn it on, you get your crystal illuminates, and your, I like to call it the plasma gate, turns on, and you get kind of that metal forge heat up. So it goes through a red into the white, and then reverse it for actually powering down. So that's really neat. The switch lights up. The OLED is, the OLED reacts to what's going on. This sound font's a little funky. It's not a Kyberphonic font.
Battery level.
I can bring you in warm, or I can bring you in cold.
There we go. What's also cool is that Brian Connor has been adding voice packs for the common folder. So I added Din Djarin to this one.
Enter volume menu. Maximum volume. Exit volume menu. White. Red. White. Navajo white. Lemon chiffon. Moccasin. Lemon chiffon. Revert.
So you get Din Djarin to talk to you through the menu commands. And let's put the handle back on. You can access the kill switch right here.
Yield. It's yours. Oh, no. It doesn't work that way.
Okay. Now, one thing to note is that this kind of muffles the bottom quite a bit. There are 2 pommels. This is the vented one. There's one that's unvented, so the volume gets even quieter. And obviously the speaker is facing the side of the handle, so not a very loud hilt, but I mean, that's what you get for the shape, you know. But that being said, yeah, I honestly am really impressed. you look at it and it's right. You know, I really just think that this is one of the coolest sabers that have come to the Star Wars universe. I'm so glad that we got to see it brought into the live action universe, and it's one of the more iconic sabers nowadays, you know? I mean, the Darksaber. It's got its own history, and Star Wars is history, right? It's all about what happened and how we got where we are, or how they got where they are. Anyways, same procedure for obviously opening and closing. To turn it off, you would just boop, open this up, and then eject that. Turn this guy off. I pulled the handle all the way down. Put this back on. Put this back on. And you're good to go. So it's really not that much of a pain in the butt in order to turn off and on. But you do need a tool in order to do it. Thankfully, it's only one tool. And if you're going to use a blade, then yeah, you need two tools. So a little bit of a pain in the butt, but it's worth it. I mean, I don't know a better replica out there. This is top-notch in my opinion, so I think that basically covers it. So why don't we just end it right here. Alright guys, that does it for this video. If you like what you see and you want to see more, make sure to like and subscribe to see more cool builds just like this guy. There's definitely some nice ones coming up in the future. I know I say that a lot. Almost at the end of every video. It's almost like I'm trying to get you to like and subscribe. That would help. If you guys wouldn't mind, it'd really go a long way. And if you are looking to get any sabers installed, I'm definitely going to be offering this on the website, so you'll be able to find it more easily than just having to reach out. But you can find it at sabersforever.com. If you are looking to get something installed that's not on the website, you can reach me at john@sabersforever.com. I'd be happy to help answer any questions that you have, or if you have programming help needs, just reach out. I really appreciate all of you who constantly come back and check out the videos. Leave some comments. It's pretty stale in there. And until the next time, may the Force be with you.